Before we get started, tomorrow we will have game update 117 that will be added to this Universe Online. So tomorrow, all worlds will be taken offline at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time on October 7, 2021 to launch game update 117. Downtime may last up to 10 hours. So if you try to log in tomorrow and you can't, it's normal. The game should be down for roughly 10 hours. It could be less than that, but it could be sometimes it's a bit more than that. But basically, they're warning us that tomorrow the game should be down for about 10 hours. Basically, game update 117 will install the fall seasonal event, so the Halloween event. But there's also a few other things it will add. We will get the live updates tomorrow when available. That pretty much means tomorrow by the end of the day. So now that we've covered that, hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. So today we will take a look at Batwoman and at Batgirl. If I don't do it now, I'll never do it. I've been meaning to make this video for ages, so let's get this party started. So we've been able to create a pretty good version of Batwoman for quite some time in this Universe Online, and as time goes by and as more and more styles gets added into the game, we'll get even more and more styles to create our friend Batwoman. I'm probably not going to look at everything, like there's a whole bunch of gloves or belts we could use, but I'm going to look at the main items we need to create our friend Batwoman. And the same for Batgirl for that matter. So we have the official Batwoman mask in the game. I'm pretty sure I made a video about it way back when. I'll put the link to that video in the description down below. I would be tempted to put a headpiece like the Dashing Crusader, but it doesn't look too good. If you look around the neck, there's a lot of flesh that is showing. So I opted to go with no headpiece instead. For the shoulders, the chest, and the pants, I'm using the Batman Beyond the style. This is the enhanced version, the Beyond Enhanced High Tech. For the gloves, I kind of like to use the enhanced Future Crusader ones. There's the finned gloves also that could kind of work, but with the sort of armored look of the Batman Beyond armor, I thought the enhanced Future Crusader were a better option. For the belt, I'm using the DC Bombshell Harley Quinn belt. For the boots, I'm using the Daring Vigilante boots. And for the back piece, I'm using the Batwoman back piece. I made quite a few videos about the Batman capes. If you look at one of those videos, you'll see the Batwoman cape. I think I even have a video about how to farm for the Batwoman cape. And for the head style, I'm using the mid-back warrior back comb. It gives us a really nice big hairstyle, and it doesn't interfere with the mask. A lot of the hairstyles I tried, like the long hair, and sadly they kind of clip with the mask, but this was a pretty good option so that we could see the mask properly. And I can already hear you ask, where can we get this style? And normally I would have told you to look on the broker, as sadly we got a new Batman emblem not too long ago. And normally when we get let's say a new Batman emblem or a new piece of gear that allows us to be able to recreate the Batman, sadly the Batwoman cape goes up in value and everyone goes to the broker to buy it. So again, I will put the link to my video about how to get the Batwoman cape in the description down below. You'll see which mission you need to farm in order to be able to get the cape. For the belt, I'm using the DC Bombshell Harley Quinn belt. You can see it's a nice little belt with a Batman emblem on it. Sadly, you have to purchase the whole style, so it'll cost you roughly $5, $4.50 if you are a subscriber. For the future Batman gloves, you could look at the broker, or you could come and see your friend Booster Gold. It was part of the very first time capsule we got in the game, so you can see here you can get the enhanced version of the gloves for 134 quarks, or you can get the regular version for 44 quarks. If somehow you don't want to spend quarks to purchase the gloves, then you can go to the broker. Let's go take a look at broker. I'm a bit surprised. I didn't expect them to see on the broker. So here you can see the Future Crusader bracers, basically the gloves, for a bit more than 4 millions. And for the Batman Beyond style, you can also purchase it from Booster Gold. Here you can see the enhanced version of the chest for 584 quarks, and the pants for 202 quarks. That's for the enhanced version. For the regular version, it's 193 quarks and 67 quarks for the pants. So basically you can see the whole style here. We will probably take a look at some other Batman Beyond style a bit later in the video. But again, this is where you can purchase the Batman Beyond style if you don't want to buy it from the broker. Here we can see the Beyond legging box for 2.5 million. And we can see the enhanced jacket for 12 million. And for the Daring Vigilante, eons ago these used to be, actually there still might be. And for the Daring Vigilante boots, you can see they still have the boots for about 8 millions on the broker. The boots used to come from Prometheum lockboxes, but ever since they removed the Prometheum lockboxes from the game, at this point you pretty much have to come and see your friend Dr. Fate to buy the Daring Vigilante style. For the Daring Vigilante style, we may as well take a look at the whole style because we will take a look at our friend Batgirl in just a minute. And this is basically the new 52 Batgirl style. And the HBCs of the style you can purchase for 100 Fate tokens. For some reason, everything is called the Daring Vigilante except for the cape. The cape is called Batgirl's cape. Don't ask me why, this is just how it is. We do have an official Batwoman T-shirt in the game. Sadly, as you can see, it is a T-shirt. So if you don't like the armored look of the Batman Beyond suit, you could get the T-shirt, a nice slimline pair of pants, and I'm using the fin gloves. Yes, sadly it doesn't cover the arms of the character, but that will be an alternative for our friend Batwoman. And I can hear you ask, where do we get the Batwoman T-shirt? Let's take a look. The Batwoman T-shirt used to be a drop from the vault, but nowadays you can get it from our friend Dr. Fate. So if we take a look at our friend Dr. Fate, you can see the Batwoman T-shirt. It costs 100 Fate tokens. Obviously, you could decide to use a slimline chest piece and use one of the Batman emblem we have in the game. Sadly, some of those emblems, like the 6th Dimension Batman emblem, was only available for a limited amount of time. And it's not exactly the Batwoman emblem, but it still would work. People won't understand that what you're creating is Batwoman. There's also the Batman Bbs Emblem that is sadly no longer available in the game. And there's also the worn Batman BVS emblem. But there is a Batman emblem that is still available in the game. It's the enhanced Batman Rebirth emblem. It's a nice emblem. It is a bit small, but it works well enough. And where can you get the Batman Rebirth emblem? If you're lucky, you can get it from the broker, but as you can see right now, the price tag is a bit expensive, 30 million. The other option to be able to buy the Batman Rebirth emblem is to just buy it from Booster Gold. So you can see the enhanced version of the Batman Rebirth emblem for 584 quarks, and the regular version for 193 quarks. And next we can take a look at our friend Batgirl. So we do have an official Batgirl style in the game, the Daring Vigilante style. So I already showed you, you can get the Daring Vigilante style from the Dr. Fate vendor. And the style does support an emblem, so you can use the Batman Rebirth emblem to have a nice Batman emblem for your Batgirl character. We're going to take a look at an alternative in just a minute, but here you pretty much have an official Batgirl style in this universe online. You could try to use your own version of Batgirl, making a mishmash of a whole bunch of style. Like here I'm using the Flashpoint Batman style for the headpiece and the cape. Although the Flashpoint Batman style does give a huge neck to our poor Batgirl. Although the boots and the gloves works well enough. I'm using the Dark Spectre Batsuit for the belt. I'm using the Future Batman for the chest piece. So you could tweak the look of your Batgirl if you want to. Although for the headpiece, I would go for the Dark Knight Cowl. I know that you have to purchase it from the marketplace, but it's still a better option for your Batgirl character. The suit makes her look a bit bulky, but at least the headpiece doesn't have the huge neck that the other one has. So for the Dark Knight Cowl, you have no choice, you have to buy it from the marketplace. But nowadays, it's roughly $2 on the marketplace, $1.80 if you are a subscriber. For the Flashpoint Batman, you pretty much have to look for the Knight of Vengeance style on the marketplace. The most expensive bit is probably the cowl. I'm not sure why someone is selling 58 pair of Knight of Vengeance gloves, but there you go. At this point, we pretty much have an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Batman costumes, so you could decide to tweak your Batgirl character with a whole bunch of different Batman costumes if you want to. Some of you guys asked for the Cassandra Cain Batgirl. This is pretty much as close as I was able to get to. So for the headpiece, I'm using the Dark Knight Cowl. For the face, in order to be able to cover the eyes, I'm using the Avatar of Peace face mask. We'll take a look at the broker in just a minute. For the chest piece and the pants, pretty much any slimline will do the trick. The belt, I'm using the simple utility belt. The boots are the nuclear boots. The gloves are the Batman Beyond gloves. The Beyond high-tech gloves. And of course, the cape. I kept the Flashpoint Batman cape. I kind of like the way it flies in the wind, and it's a pretty much a longer cape, which kind of is fitting with his character. And of course, I'm using the Rebirth Batman emblem, and it works perfectly for our friend Batgirl. We still have the Avatar of Peace face mask on the broker. You can see right now it's 140 millions on the broker. You don't have to use it, it's a bit expensive, but you can simply decide not to cover the eyes of the character. Some people on the forums were asking for an official Batwoman style in the game, although as you saw, we can create a pretty good version of our friend Batwoman in DC Universe Online. But I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in time they do add a Batwoman style in the game, but until they do, you can already create a pretty good Batwoman character in DC Universe Online.